Brain on Fire is alive! Welcome back to Brain on Fire, guys. If you've been here before, thank you so much. That was the first of me existing on the internet, truly opening up. If you're new here, thank you so much. We are so back. And you know, I don't have any regrets, and I'm actually very thankful for the fact that I created this and jumped off ship so quickly. It taught me not to pressure myself so hard in a lot of the ways that I do, and just to give myself a bit more grace and space. We're gonna have a mental health catch up because it's been a fucking roller coaster. We're gonna do other things. I've got ideas, which I probably said in the first video I uploaded, but it's a different era. I'm just pressuring myself a lot less. I'm gonna start off this return with a tour of my filming background, the studio, and a couple extra throw-ins, because that's something I've been asked quite a bit about over the last year plus, going back to like old filming setups where I used to live. So in this video, we're just gonna kind of go around, look at the stuff that you can't really look at typically because it's behind me or out of focus. And if you would, stay tuned in the future for more of this random content. Again, I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone that was here before. I know it was a brief run. Y'all were so kind and so nice, and I shouldn't have expected anything less, because that is just an extension of the bigger channel and the general vibe over there with you guys. But the people that did come over here to support this new endeavor just were so gracious, and I cannot emphasize enough how much that mattered to me. But guys, we back. All right, let's get into it. In a world where a violently attractive man who uploads YouTube videos is obsessed with changing his backgrounds, we go behind the scenes to find out all the juicy details. What's in that background of his? Is it green screen? Is he AI? Does he wear pants? And the biggest question of all, will his background change again? Yeah, it definitely will. Here it is, a better general view of my background and filming setup without me sat in the way and without my camera unfocusing on a lot of the background and kind of blurring some stuff. This is the view, guys. This is what's always going on behind me. But before we get to that stuff, I say we get off camera. It took me so long in Home Depot to choose this paint color, but ultimately I picked it and I'm obsessed with it. And yes, I did not paint the rest of the wall off camera because why would I do extra work? Here's the wardrobe department. I'll usually grab one before I hop on camera. I enjoy the consistency. I enjoy the routine of it. It makes me kind of feel like Steve from Blue's Clues. Happy Pride Month, by the way. This is what I'm looking at when I'm filming. You see, you got the desk chair, you got the big closet doors and the curtain blocking the light from coming through the window, computer down there, kind of standard stuff. Wizards at work, because, you know, I stay busy. This is a shiny light stick that's just really fucking cool and that I can't wait to take to a concert one day. I'm perpetually incredibly anxious, so these things are just good for squeezing or fidgeting with. I really recommend the Nito. It's on Amazon, you can find it. Our next stop is the makeup and maintenance department. Gotta have the lens cleaner on deck because I do wear glasses. It's very important. There's the lotion that I use, and some random stuff to help me with congestion because I do deal with that, and nobody wants to hear me sound all stuffy and stuff. One of my favorite colognes right there. I like to smell good even if I'm just by myself and filming because it makes me feel good, and I try and feel as good as I can when I'm pressing record and sending that out to a bunch of thousands of people. A humidifier, because yes, we all need one. Anime house event I went to for RDC World, one of my favorite online creators, took this home and framed it because I just think what they do is so great, and they're just so incredibly talented. It's a blanket covering another window, and there's fresh prints. There's some adult beverages down there. There is a Hosier album that broke my brain and still breaks my brain every time I listen to it. All right, guys, we're on to the stuff that's on camera. This is a very precious album to me that is signed by Cautious Clay. It's a Confessions album by Usher. It's a couple of my favorite albums of all time. That is my best friend in the world and myself playing basketball a few years ago. My ride or die for a very long time now. I'm trying to get better at framing moments in life that brought me a lot of peace, and that one's definitely up there. This is my 100,000 subscriber plaque. You see that Zane book, of course, there in the back. I, to this day, cannot believe that I got this, but also at the same time, I earned it. I worked really hard, and I'm really fucking proud of this accomplishment. And yeah, it's all because of you guys. So let's float above to the top shelf here. None of my plants are real. I just don't get enough light in this room to keep real plants in here, but I still really like the artificial ones that I have in here and the color and design of them. Hey, it's Pooh watching over me, enjoying the daily show here. How can you not love Pooh? Pooh's one of my favorites growing up. Just the lessons and demonstrations of the importance of friendship, the value in embracing your individuality. Obviously lots of kindness, and there's so many important things going on in the 100 Acre Wood. Kobe and Zane, obviously huge muses to me. Being a kid growing up and being able to watch Kobe Bryant play basketball was one of the most magical things that I'll ever get to experience. My favorite awful little guy, Eric Cartman. South Park was pivotal in teaching me that there can be thoughtfulness within complete outrageousness, and not to take life too seriously. Conan O'Brien, one of my favorite people of all time. Hagrid, Grover, Sonic. Child me went through a lot of really awful and traumatic things, and I think that now that I'm an adult and have attempted to process and heal that child and that trauma, I've found that it brings me a lot of peace to go back and kind of reclaim the things that did bring me sparks of joy when I was a kid. I do spend a lot of time grieving my childhood, so just to have pieces of that back with me present day in a more healed version of me, I think is really important. A bunch of autobiographies I've been interested in reading as of late, and Matthew Perry's story really struck me particularly. I always really resonated with Chandler and the way he used humor as a defense mechanism and a coping mechanism, the avoidance of vulnerability and way of just turning everything into a joke. That was always a shield from forming a genuine emotional connection. It's something I had to work on and still am working on. This is a photo of me and my uncle. I lost him when I was 9 years old, and he's, to this day, the most important man that's ever been in my life. So that photo means a lot to me. The ladies of Avatar, Toph and Katara, a world in which the men would be absolutely lost without them. And don't forget Appa the pet as well. And I feel like that's just very telling of real life. On to the next shelf. B bookend. Come on. It's fucking sick. I saw it. I thought it was sick and I bought it. There's really nothing else to it. Harry Potter collection, because again, just a really important part of my childhood. Latino Heat himself, Eddie Guerrero, my favorite wrestler growing up. He passed away pretty young, so rest in peace to the legend. But being a fan of his also taught me the importance of representation. He was the first TV personality I could kind of see a lot of myself in as a kid. Just a Latino being himself on a fully American form of media. Moving along to the bottom shelves, Captain Levi. This is one of my favorite figures because he's in action. He's about to whip some Titan ass right here. A lot of mental health books here, trying to understand my own brain and behaviors some more. Some books on masculinity, some poetry, some great stuff here that's helped me navigate my bipolar disorder. To be honest, a lot of what this has helped me with is to not feel so fucking insane all the time. Feeling all the things can be incredibly overwhelming. So reading books that take the time to understand and normalize you is very grounding. And hey, it's Mr. Met. It's a Christmas Mr. Met. Go Mets. So many years of sadness. But I'm glad I stuck it through because now is a pretty good time to be a Mets fan. It just speaks to the importance of loyalty. Lots of books here. These aren't all my books, and I also have not even read all of the books on this shelf. Some of these I picked up recently because of suggestions, and I heard really good things. And some of them I just want to reread, again, from childhood with my adult perspective. I'm still, to this day, of the opinion that nothing tops throwing yourself into a good book, just escaping your own reality and diving into another, whether it's a fantasy world, a real world, it doesn't matter. I just think it's the best kind of food for your brain. I'm pretty big on physical media as a collector of stuff, and it's also just a great way to support these artists. But I will be honest, I have stopped buying CDs. I haven't bought a CD in a long time. It has to be like a real special occasion or like a singular way to support that artist. I still buy vinyls, of course, and I buy video games, the physical versions, but CDs I have kind of put behind me. The framed photos from Queen's Gambit. It's one of the best miniseries I've ever seen in my life. That's a Shawn Mendes Funko Pop, of course, Woody. Got the whole 100 Acre Wood crew because you can't have Winnie the Pooh without the homies. And I also just like the vibe of everyone hanging out down here. I keep Funko Pops in their containers that just like feel like they have a lot of worth. Not that I'm ever gonna sell them, but there's something like if a Funko Pop is really special to me, I just feel like I can't take it out. I've rewatched The Office, I don't even know how many times. A lot. Yeah, that show's been there for me during every breakup, every emotional high and low. I've been able to turn to The Office and have an absolute guaranteed and reliable laugh. I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican, and I like to keep that on display and represent as much as I can. Like I said before, representation matters a lot to me. And it's important to me that if some Dominican and or Puerto Rican kid is watching anything I do, that they know and understand that they don't have limitations and they can truly do whatever their heart is driving them to do. We passed the Hamilton crew earlier also, and between that and the vinyls on display and art from TV shows that I admire, I think for me it's just about surrounding myself with inspiration and excellence. Some of the stuff that you've seen or will see, such as this personally knitted pin holder, was sent to me by viewers and supporters of me. And I also have a stack of letters in my desk drawer that I will go to whenever the imposter syndrome is barking real loud, just to serve as a reminder of, hey, what you're doing really matters. Like, you matter, you're good enough. And that's thanks to you guys. These are the two main characters from Better Call Saul, which is such an important show to me. This is another show that has recently become really important to me, and that's Queen Charlotte. If you know, you know. This is just incredibly important storytelling, emotional, historically relevant. And it's just love in its greatest form, and I love love. Speaking of loving love, my boys, my fucking boys, love those too. And just kind of going through some of my favorite characters from random shows here. This is a Final Fantasy music box. I mainly use this space to store my vinyls. And I actually did a vinyl reveal video like last year. I looked at the description as well. And would you look at that? We've made our way outside of the filming room because I want to take you guys to the other room that I spend all of my time in, the room where I unwind, but most importantly, do my writing. I try and keep this room as cozy as possible. This is the room where I create all the things that you may one day, or you will one day, see on a big screen, on your little screens, in paperback form, or in hardcover form, or however you consume your books. I mentioned Conan before. Conan O'Brien is so important to me. When I was a kid, NBC 11:30 or 12:30, The Tonight Show, depending on which time slot he had. If you know, you know. I would stay up and wait for him to do his monologue, watch his entire show. I would stand up and pretend I was doing the monologue along with him. He's utterly brilliant, one of the greatest minds ever, and just inspired me in so many different ways. I think Ava from Abbott Elementary is the funniest television character of this era. This is like a scratch thing where you scratch off the ones you've seen. I've only seen like 10-ish of these movies. I cannot wait to go through this entire list. I hope those of you that were wondering and wanted to see the background, plus the little bonus stuff I threw in here, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate you guys giving me the idea. I appreciate you guys always showing up and supporting me in all the ways that matter. And yeah, guys, I'm going to try and be better at posting, more personal, behind the curtains type things, whether it's here, whether it's over on Instagram, a little bit of here, a little bit of there. Let's spend the time together. I love you lots, guys. Thanks for being here. Bye.